Hi everyone, it's Lolly again. I figured while I had this setup here for this camera angle, I wanted to do a quick video on some tips and some etiquette for your pocket letters. And just some thoughts, after doing pocket letter swaps for a while and things that I wish I had thought of earlier when I started. First off, many people who are starting want to know, how do I get a partner? There's many ways, but there is a Pocket Letter Pal Facebook group. You can join the group. And if you're not a Facebooker, there's also a Pocket Letter Pal website, just pocketletterpals.com. Either way, you can make a post, excuse me, you can make a post stating that you would like to get a swap partner. You can post a picture of something you've already done and asking for a partner for that swap. And also, if you see someone else's work and someone else looking for a partner, just comment and say that you're available. If you want, you can also do it through Instagram too. Post a picture and state you would like a partner. If you're looking for someone with more experience and in swapping, then go ahead and in the Pocket Letter Pal group on Facebook, type in, and a person wants to swap with you, type in her name in the search this group box under the cover photo for the group, and it'll just show you, some of her work, and you know that she has a history of completing successful swaps. The most important thing about etiquette with a swap is communication with your partner. As soon as you get a partner to swap with you, write it down. Write down her name, her address, and I would even get her email address if I were you, because sometimes you lose that chain of communication in your chatting on Facebook, your instant messaging. And so it is handy to have the email address, or if someone doesn't get on Facebook for a while, you can still email them. So some of the things you want to communicate are a date, a goal of when you're both going to send yours. Are you going to send them at the same time? Is she going to send first? Are you going to send first? A theme for the pocket letter, if there is a theme, and please don't be demanding. Sometimes I think we can put unrealistic expectations on our swap partner. Most times, well, I think every time someone has asked me what theme I would like, I just say I would like you to make something that's reflective of who you are. Instead of that I like vintage or I like certain colors, I want to know what my swap partner is like and what her desires are. Also, updates. Keep your partner updated throughout the process. If you get delayed especially, please message her, email her, let her know. Don't post a general random post in Facebook saying, hey guys, if I owe you a swap, I'm late, because chances are she's not going to see that. So make sure you send a direct message. Facebook, thankfully, is changing their messaging system. It used to be if you weren't friends with your swap partner, the message would go into her other inbox, and now they're letting you know that you have a message from someone you're not friends with, and they ask you if you would like to accept it. Also, when you are done making that pocket letter, it's wise to take a picture of the addressed envelope. I like to write out her address on a piece of paper, and then I take a picture of that and send it to her, because I have twice now found out, actually 3 times, that I had the address wrong. And that's a good time to find out, is before you mail it instead of afterwards. And then when you have mailed it, update her again. Say, I've mailed it today. This is the tracking number, if you have a tracking number for it. And then please update her when you receive hers. It's just a general courtesy that she shouldn't have to track you down and say, did you ever receive that pocket letter I sent? Because chances are she's probably worrying about it. And then also update your records that you have written down about the swap, so you know that you've received it as well. Optional communication is, sometimes you might want to start a discussion with your swap partner about the backs of the pocket letters. Are you someone who likes to put goodies in the back or decorate the back? What are your thoughts? Also, time spent on the pocket letter. Are you swapping with someone who spends about half an hour putting together a pocket letter? Are you someone who's swapping with someone who spends half an hour on each card in the pocket letter? So you do want to know kind of what your expectations are. And also, there's difference of styles and opinion as to what is to be done with the pocket letter once it's received. Keep in mind that it's mostly about the letter that you're sending to your pocket pal. But if once she receives the pocket letter you sent, it is hers and she's free to do what she wants with it. But if you are one that really prefers that your pocket letter, at least the front, remains intact as a work of art, let her know that, because she might be one who loves taking it apart and using those elements in other art projects. So just to communicate that as well. Making the actual pocket letter, make something you're proud of. She knows if you just threw it together in 5 minutes and threw it in the mail. and include a letter somehow. That's the whole point of a Pocket Letter Pal. It's like a pen pal system. Handwriting the letter is nice, but sometimes it's not always possible. I know that I too deal with a lot of handshaking, not shaking hands, but shaking hands, with health problems, and sometimes letter writing can be really tedious. And so if they type it, accept that she is willing to still communicate with you. And also, this is just a pet peeve of mine, but if you decorate the spine in your pocket letter, please punch holes in that when you're done. Because if you can't punch holes in that, chances are she can't either. And she may just end up tearing through the beautiful decorations you've done on that in an effort to get holes in there so she can put it in her binder. And packaging your letter up. If you were fortunate enough to make a pocket letter that was nice and flat like this, and it actually fits in a nice little envelope, that's great. But chances are you're probably making yours very thick and have to put it in a padded envelope. If you made it thin enough and there's not so many embellishments, you can still fold it like this, still wrap something around it, tissue paper, a doily, something, because the in transit, the innards tend to fall out, but especially if you are mailing it flat, just take washi tape, masking tape, something that's removable tape, and tape every one of these pockets shut, all 9 of them, because not only will your cards come out of there, your goodies will come out of the back, and that they'll be flying loose in the envelope, and your partner won't know how to reassemble your pocket letter. So I always just use washi tape on there, and I let my partner know I've put washi tape all over this envelopes. Please remove it before taking any pictures of it, just so she knows. And also the envelope, I've seen some really beautiful decorative envelopes, and lately I guess I haven't been putting the time into that anymore. But if you're one that likes to washi your envelope, please take the time to either tape the washi down or use packing tape over it, or just use something else, because washi tape is removable tape. What happens when it's mailed and your envelope is being rubbed against all of the other mail in that bag is that washi starts peeling and snagging and getting stuck to the other mail. Pretty soon your envelope is getting shredded, and not a pretty picture. So be careful with the washi on that. That's just a tip. It's not a die-hard rule or anything. As for mailing, you need to know what you're doing if you're mailing these from home. In other words, generating your own mail stamp from home. The best scenario is always to take it to the post office if you're able and go to the counter. And even then, there's no guarantee that when it gets to your partner, she won't have to pay extra postage on it. And a lot of that is just because of the understanding between one postal office and the other. And like our postal service here, they are very dedicated to making sure they've gotten every penny out of that pocket letter mailing stamp that they can. And so it may be that your post office has classified it as a letter, but it gets to my post office, they classify it as a parcel because it's either too thick or too stiff, or they feel a paper clip in there. So yeah, even one paper clip will turn this into a parcel and you'll pay more. So just keep an eye on that, and also keep your receipt as proof that you sent it. If you are sending internationally, give yourself 2 weeks at least. Sometimes they're taking 2 months. And you will have to fill out a customs form, even if it's in a letter shape. You need to send a customs form. If they feel one little bump in there, it becomes a parcel. And so on that customs form, they want to know exactly what's in that package, how much it weighs, and what it costs. So you have to estimate the value of your pocket letter. You won't get that back if it's lost, but the thing to remember is they want to know what's in there. If you send extra paper clips, extra goodies that look suspicious on X-ray, please write that on your customs form, so that your pocket letter doesn't get taken apart in order for them to look and make sure there's nothing dangerous in there. So all in that, just keep good records and keep communication, and you will have a really good time in getting to know some wonderful people like I have in those swaps. Thank you so much for watching and for liking and subscribing to my channel, and we will see you next time.